Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to Alpha E-Mind Mastery's United Earth Angels Series, episode 44. Already. Who am I? I am 2BI Staples. That's who I am. What do? I lead others to their highest potential. Yes. Enabling them to flow, feeling the love over worry. And on that note, just before we kick it off real hard up in here, f.l.o.w is now available for everybody on lulu.com, published last night. So everybody wants to tap into their highest potential, this is the book to do it. Yes. And I help high achievers, coaches, and entrepreneurs tap into their highest potential. That's what I do. And I'm forever grateful for your time and energy today that you're spending it with us. Andy, can you please introduce yourself as my co-host?
Yes, ma'am. My name is Andy Joe. How is everybody doing today? I hope you started your day the way you need to. And remember, today is a great day. No matter what happened yesterday, today is a great day. I am a mother of 11 wonderful little human beings. And I am also a published author. I have 2 books out. I'm working on my 3rd. And I'm an actor, a singer and songwriter, and just about anything I can do it because I said I can.
That's right. That's awesome. And you know, it's funny because when you mentioned that 2 books, you know, I'm forever grateful that you did it. And I'm forever grateful that you took my advice and you got it done.
Yes.
Well, guys, I'd like to just highlight to you all that f.l.o.w is number 20 for me. Yes, it may seem like, what? 20 books? Yes, Toby now officially has 20 titles that are copywritten to my name. Of course. I'd rather have 20 books than 1 bestseller. Anyway, guys, what are we talking about today? We are talking about human connection. That's what we're talking about today, and how important it is for human connection. And, you know, whether you realize it or not, human connection is fundamentally what we long for, because as children, actually, let me put up here that so everybody knows what we're talking about today. You know, when you're born, you don't know separation. When you look at your mother, that's a part of you when you're born. You only know separation when you're taught it. Individuality and how to be you. But when you were taught how to be you, it was conformity to something that you weren't. But we all crave human connection, no matter who we are, no matter what we're living. It never feels good to feel alone, and we're not wired to be alone or feel alone. When you're a child, and if you have no human connection and love, you will shrivel up and die. It is simple as that. So today, we're talking about human connection and the importance of it, how it makes you thrive, but also how you shouldn't stay in accordance or in connection to any one-sided connections or collabs in your life, because that's a depletion to your power and to your results. Because I want you to understand, when you're taken away from the things you got going to go and show up for others, well, they better be showing up for you the same magnitude, or you're robbing your dreams. Mm-hmm. And yes, I'll be the one to say it. Why do I say this? Because I've made some recent awesome connections, and I've made some great connections over the past year. But do people show up for me the way I show up for them? Fuck no. So I'll just drop it like that, because I can be real and truthful and honest. I don't keep collabs in my life that are one-sided, because it's a depletion to my dreams. What does that mean? Well, you constantly show up for others who don't show up for you, and you're taking all of your time and your energy and dumping it into their dreams and not yours. So if they're not reciprocating back that energy to you in any connection, it is a loss on your part. because you're giving away your power, your potential, and all of your energy to other people to build on. And yes, I'll be the one to say it. And talking about connections, while we're out here, I just want to put it out here. We're going to have some great topics coming up over the next week because we have some great experts joining us for the next 2 months on this episode. Yes. So anybody else who would like to join us, please do, because we love human connection. The right ones. Andy, jump in here.
Well, then I will go ahead and jump in. Yeah, I'm looking forward to our connections. I'm looking forward to, asking questions and getting answers and, considering Miss Toby and I are going to start our own line and it's going to be amazing. I'm not going to give details right now because, I want a little bit of a surprise. When you say, Toby? But we're excited to start this. We're going to, we're going to flow right through it, right?
Oh, yes, big time. You know what, Andy? Fuck that. Drop the bomb today. Let everybody know what is going to be launched today. What just launched today? Let's blow this out of the water.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. I have a Shopify account, and Miss Toby and I are going to drop today the f.l.o.w clothing line. We're going to have hoodies. We're going to have t-shirts. We're going to have leggings, guys. Leggings, seriously. And backpacks and mugs. And you think it and we can make it. Yeah. We are going to launch this today on my Shopify account.
Yes. And it's a f.l.o.w, feel love over worry line. Okay. Yeah. Which is awesome. And why are we doing it? Because now that is officially copywritten to me. So now it's time to make the f.l.o.w clothing line.
Yes. And f.l.o.w ties right into human connection.
Yes.
Ties right into it. If we all felt love over worry, we wouldn't have to worry about good human connections or bad ones. If everybody flowed, they would all be good. Right?
Yes, because they'd all be flowing with love and from love, and everything that they thought, said, and did would come from love first.
Absolutely. That's our goal for our f.l.o.w clothing line, to get everybody to realize that they need to feel love over worry so they can have human connections that are worth their time, that are worth their energy, because they can feel the love returning that they're giving away. They can feel the good energies flowing back and forth. They don't have to worry about, oh, that person's got their bad energies, I'm going to have to transmute. No, because they'll feel love over worry. The way I think everybody should flow. I didn't realize it until Toby told me about it. It's her acronym. This is her thing. And she has allowed me in on her thing so that we can do a clothing line, so we can share our love that we feel. We can share the feeling love over worry with the world. Shopify ships everywhere in the world. And I have an insurance shipping fee on anything that goes outside the United States. It's insured shipping fee. So that'll give everybody a peace of mind, and it will give us the chance to let everybody know Toby's feel love over worry, so they don't have to worry.
Yeah, I think that it's awesome, and I'm really excited. So everybody, look out for your f.l.o.w clothing and grab your gear, because yes, we all want to flow through this year.
Yes.
You know? And so what are you going to find on the f.l.o.w clothing line? You're going to find empowerment statements. You're going to find feel love over worry all over it, but with different designs, powerful designs. You're going to feel the power. Why? Because it's made by powerful people. And the human connection between Andy and I has been ongoing for over a year. She's been working with me. And now she's ready to level up with me, just as I am. So now it's time to take it to the world with a f.l.o.w clothing line.
Yeah.
Yes. So look for your gear. And I can't wait to be wearing mine too, because it'll be f.l.o.w, f.l.o.w, f.l.o.w. Yes, on the go. Everywhere I go this summer, I will be wearing f.l.o.w clothing.
Yes.
Whether it's tights, t-shirts, hoodies, or hats, whatever.
Yes. I'll drink my coffee out of my f.l.o.w mug, guys.
Yes. Yes. Big time. Big time.
And I put the link to my shop in the comments. So you guys can just click that link and you can see my store. I have a bunch of stuff in it, but our f.l.o.w clothing line will be in there by tonight, guys. We'll have one design by tonight. And then by the end of the week, I'm sure Toby and I can come up with a lot more. So,
actually,
keep an eye on it. Be prepared for all the amazing love that you're going to feel when you order and wear your clothing.
Andy, I have about 20 designs already ready to go.
Ooh, yeah, let's go.
I've been in a creative power mode for a long time, so I've been images. Oh, I got a million. Anyway, guys, I want to invite you. Are you ready to grow your business and make a real impact this year? Because if you are, I want you to join us for the Business Growth for Good Summit Mastermind on March 20th from 11 to 5 on Zoom. Completely free. Connect with fellow entrepreneurs, get insight from top experts, and receive personalized coaching in live hot seats. Join us. That's the link to do it. I forgot to put the link in the comments in the description, but I will fix that after. And talk about human connection. You know, being connected to Michael Whitehouse has been one of the best things for me. And I have been able to meet so many great experts through him. And 2 of those experts will be joining us in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And I'd love to name drop right now, but I need a solid confirmation before I do. You know, I hate to announce everything and then they don't show or but I know one is for sure. I just got to touch base with the other and see what's up. But human connection is essential. It's essential for your well-being, for your harmony, for your stability. Now, if you're not connected to anybody or anything in this world, that's one thing, but you need to be connected to your own human. So we're going to drop it on a little different scale this morning. You know, the biggest human connection to have is the one to your own being. If you are not fully connected to your own self and your highest potential and the power of love in you, you cannot flood it out to anybody. If you're living in fear, you're not living by love. So what is the human connection that you even have within your own being to start with? Because that's what you're seeing in all of your connections outside of you. It's a mirror image. So if you can't be connected to you and loving you on a magnitude that you need to be, you cannot be having any loving connections outside of you. And I'll tell you something, that's one of the hardest things that I've had to face, is that being so highly connected to my highest potential and source of all things, I've realized how would I say it? Earthly connections are not of the same magnitude at all. And that's why it's so important for me to stay in alignment with what's fueling me, because that is the solid connection to all things. And loving myself enables me to be able to love the whole experience. Without loving me, I can't love the experience. Without loving me unapologetically, I can't love anybody else unapologetically. If I'm making excuses for myself, I'm making excuses for everything that's connected to me in my life. If I'm shaming and blaming and guilting myself, well, that's what I'm doing to everything in my life, because you have a default mode network that operates your brain until you reframe it. So you really got to look at that. Are you connected to you? Do you feel that flood of love flowing through you all the time? Because that's the connectivity. Do you feel the connectivity with your heart and your brain so that you can manifest all that you want according to your truest heart's desires? Or are you scared you won't have enough? Scared people will judge you? Scared you can't be enough? Scared you won't do it right? Scared that people are going to judge you? Scared that what? All these fears play a factor, and they stay real and existent until you squash them, because that becomes your default mode network. That becomes your default setting. Once you believe that shit to be real, that's it. It believes itself on its own. And it keeps repeating itself, and it keeps firing it off. So from the first time you thought, oh my God, I'm going to be judged, I have to be quiet. Well, you installed that default mode. That's why I tell everybody, get rid of the fear. What are you scared of anyway? Breathing? Because if you're scared of anything, you're scared of all. You can't say, oh, I'm scared to be judged, but you're not scared what people think of you. It all correlates. Andy, you want to jump in here with some insight?
I'm just listening to yours. I know all this stuff. You know, you've taught me all this stuff, and I think everybody else needs to know it. But yeah, if you're afraid to be judged, or afraid somebody won't like you because you're being yourself, then you're really living a fear-based life, and you can't have true connections, human connections, if you're afraid somebody's going to judge you. Because if you just be yourself around people, they're more open to be themselves around you. They're more open to take off the mask that they've been wearing for years and years and years and say, you know what? Screw this. I'm going to be me. I don't care who's watching. I don't care who's listening. This is me. Like it or leave it. I do not care. Did I used to be that way? Well, before I hit my teen years, yeah. When I wasn't around family members, when I was around friends, I could be myself, but I hit them teen years and I got real self-conscious. Then some stuff happened and I became just a shell of who I was supposed to be. And I spent years and years depressed in the bed. The only time I got out of bed is when I absolutely had to, because I had been pushing myself down for so long, afraid of what people would think, afraid of what people would say, afraid of people judging me. I met Toby, and that just shattered that shell. That busted me out of my shell. That little tiny, because I was down at the bottom of my shell, afraid to bust through. Absolutely scared to bust through and be my fucking self. I met Toby, and then my self-confidence rose, and it busted straight out of that shell that it was in. And my self-confidence is sky high. I am fully embodying my higher self. I love human connection. I love being able to feel when somebody has good energy or bad energy. And I love being able to transmute the bad energy and send out good to them so they can feel what it feels like. So they can ask me, why do you feel so good to be around? Or ask me, how did you get so bright? I literally had someone look at me because I told them I was taking classes with Toby. She looked at me and she said, oh, that's why you have a glow. I said, huh. Yep.
I love it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can make yourself miserable all you want. That's your choice. But I choose to not be miserable. I choose to not stay in my lower density, my lower self, and feel shame, blame, guilt, confusion, and all that bullshit. And I choose to flow because when I'm flowing, I have better human connections.
Yes.
I know, I have unconditional love for everybody, and I know who I can love up close and who I can love from a distance.
I got to applaud that statement. Yes, very much so.
Yeah, it's life changing when you can feel the human connection. When you feel a good human connection, you pull it closer. But when you have opened your eyes to all the toxicity people have, you can still have connections with them, but from afar. You can still love them unconditionally, like I do. I love everybody unconditionally. Your choices make you further away from me, not mine. I know who I am. I know what I want in life. I know I have good energy, and I know whoever has bad energy. I still love them, but I'm not going to continuously transmute their energy to make them feel good, but when they don't want to do it themselves. So I will love them from a distance. That's all there is to it. I still love you, but don't expect me to transmute all the crap you have inside of me because you won't work on it yourself. I won't do it.
Big time. Big time.
But
that's awesome. Well, listen, guys, human connection is serious. And when you know that, when you've got the ultimate connection within your own human, you're connected to all things. So then, therefore, that's the ability to love all things. There's no name or title attached, and it's nothing personal. It is a love for all. And no matter how it looks like and appears to be, it's working out in the highest good for me all the time when you have that human connection. So it's okay, but you got to be connected to the self, but really securely connected to the self to even feel your own love. Because if not, you've set a default mode network in your brain of worry. And I hate to tell you, but you were taught how to worry.
Yeah.
Look at how your parents reacted to things. Were they always worried? Were they coming from a scarcity mindset? How did they feel about themselves? Because when you look at that, well, then there's all your answers of why you are the way you are. Why you feel out of control, why you worry, why you're scared of things. Half the time those fears aren't even your own. They're your parents. And that's why I always say we live the sins of our parents, even down to their fears, because we've been installed with them. Well, you need to be connected to your own self to do that work, to dig that shit up and realize, hey, I got to set a new default mode network in my brain to operate from. And that should be a place of heart and brain coherence, where you are feeling your love over worry, knowing the infinite possibilities that flow through you, connected to yourself in all things. Well, today I encourage you all to flow and feel your love over worry and get back connected to that exact state, because that is the state of your highest potential. And you know what? If you need help doing that, hey, guess what? Toby's Flow, Feel Love Over Worry, is now available to you all on lulu.com. Yes, I published it last night like I wanted to before the end of the weekend. All right. Well, I'm very proud of this book, and I'm very proud of what's in it. And guess what? This is the state that you need to flow from. Everybody wants to talk about, oh, going with the flow. They don't even know what the fuck the flow means. Because the true flow is feeling your love over worry and nothing but. And that's the flow of life. That's the thriving force of highest potential. Okay? So when you're told to go with the flow, this is the real flow that you're supposed to go with and nothing else. And be connected to it at all times. All right? Simple. But hey, how many can accept that? How many can admit that? And how many can apply that? Because it's all lingo until it's learned and applied and experienced and installed. What, you think because you pick something up once and you've learned the lingo that you know it? Yeah, right. Okay. That shows disconnectedness to the real you, because you would know. You got a whole bunch to learn, and you got a whole bunch to experience and apply and implement as wisdom. It's all lingo until it's applied.
Yep.
Well, guys, we thank you for your time and energy out here today on Alpha E Mind Masteries United Earth Angels Series, episode 44, all about human connection today. And, you know, we encourage you to flow, feel love over worry. Andy, you want to throw in some closer up here before we wrap up this episode for everybody?
I sure will. I'd like to thank you all for your time and your energy, as it takes time and energy to sit and watch a 30-minute video. And we appreciate it. We appreciate you all. And don't forget to check out my Shopify account at lifedailyonline.com. And you can just search and browse. And if you think of anything that you would like to buy on my Shopify, let me know. I will find it and put it on there. But I love you all, and I thank you for your time and your energy. And Miss Toby, take it away.
Yeah, guys. So look out for the Flow clothing line. Feel love over worry clothing line. It's today that you'll be able to get your first whatever you want. All right? Ha! Andy will get on that today. And yeah, as I email her some graphics right now after this episode. And lifedailyonline.com is where you'll be able to get your Flow clothing line, any of our books, hey, that's your, go save that page right now. Anybody else? This is the link for the summit. I'll go and I'll put it in the comments after, but I encourage you all to go register. All right. See you out there on the 20th. And with everybody that does watch these videos, there's no reason why I should have less than 50 registrations for this summit. So those are the numbers I want to see. People want to claim they're connected. They're connected. They're connected. Well, let me see some of those numbers about who's connected to me and who supports my efforts. Yes. As I support the world with human connection and a real mission to make everybody get back into their flow state of highest potential. Yes. Feeling love over worry. Guys, we love you. We thank you. We appreciate you for coming out and for talking to us, leaving us comments when you do, liking and sharing the videos for those that do. We love you. We love you. We love you. And today I encourage you to stay connected to you first and foremost. If you have no connection within and feeling love over worry, you can't be lovingly connected to anything in this world. Not at all. We love you all. Have a great day. Love ya. Oh, and next week we've got experts coming in. So make sure you show up for our episode next week. Love y'all. Bye.